Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with another trailer for another highly anticipated gacha game. And as you all know, or maybe will know after this video, it's Silver Palace. And I think that Silver Palace is, just to kind of give a bit of a preamble for this title heading on into it, it's kind of like this detective story, Victorian style game, right? Obviously a gacha setting we haven't really had before. It's going to be unfamiliar to a lot of people. And it's entering the space in 2026, the middle of 2026, at least for its closed beta. And that is rough, at least in my opinion, for a gacha game. Gachas as a whole have really, a lot of them have fell flat on their face and it's resulted in a lack of confidence in the space. I had the opportunity to play Silver Palace's closed beta and I enjoyed what was in front of me. There was a level of quality, there was a level of kind of like polish that I really felt like was going to allow the game to take it to the next level. However, I wasn't entirely sure, right? I wasn't entirely sure of the whole vision just because the game was really ambitious. And so I'm hoping to see what else they've kind of produced, what else they've kind of gotten ready to go, just in terms of spicing up its overall appeal. And as you can see, this has gotten a lot of views over here on YouTube. Who knows how much of it is organic, especially with how you can play this as ads. But if they are playing it as ads, that's also a bit of promise, right? That they are at the very least beginning marketing, even if it's for the closed beta. So without further ado, we've got the whole 2-minute, 49-second trailer over here. I know I gave a lot of info, but I think it's necessary, especially when we're talking about a new gacha launching in 2026, especially after the... Alright, let's go ahead. Let's get right on into it. Okay, so the big reveal over here is that they're showing off the male character. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and this was one of the things about from closed beta test 1. You kind of only had the female character. And a lot of the parts of the female character's design are actually quite nice, and some would say very appealing. But let's just be honest here, right? For a lot of people, you want the main character, you want the canon character, right? The person that's making everything happen. You want it to kind of be related to you. And this is something you might not know about me. And this might apply to you as well. Just think about the line of reasoning. I'm not a girl. Yeah, I'm not a girl. So like in games where I'm supposed to be represented by a character, I like playing a dude. Cause I'm a dude. And so like I don't want to control a woman cause I'm not a you get what's going on. I'm not saying something about people that like playing girls. It's just, well, when somebody's track record is that in every MMORPG, every single MOBA game, every single shooter they play, they only play girl characters, but they're a guy, I start seeing a pattern at some point, and then like a couple years later, they're like a girl. Anyways. Just saying, there's a trend. Why do you think there's so many femboys nowadays? There are like 7 million more femboys than there were like 10 years ago. And I really think it's from an era of like all you fucking, bro, like I think it's because of all those dudes that like played girls in RuneScape, played girls in MapleStory, played girls in World of Warcraft, and then like pretended to be girls online. And then then they actually like did it. Like, I'm not even like joking. I think that's like I think that's an actual thing. Like MMO, like MapleStory might be responsible. I like the look. I like the vibes. And I think that the big thing over here that we are focusing on with this trailer is that it's just entirely the dude. It's like entirely a dude story trailer. And when you compare it to the first beta test trailer where you were like traveling with like your assistant and like, bro, there was like water gushing everywhere and the world was ending. This is way more toned back. This is way more relaxed. And honestly, for this type of game where it's like a detective investigation, it's kind of like, you know, noir, nitty gritty. I like a bit more of like a build up like this. This is I like this more than the previous trailer. The previous trailer was a little bit, it was a surprising amount of action that I was like, wait, the world's ending, bro.
Everyone has their eyes on the reactor.
And the MC voice is good. Thank fucking God the MC voice is good. Some people ask if it's Cristoforo. Bro, I hope they got somebody from Wuwa. I bet they got somebody from Wuwa that popped off in, like, Ridacita.
To conceal it? Rather daring of you, Miss Bentham.
Well,
I will say his face do be looking a little bit too angular for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that they need a. Bro looks like the free run meme. Nah, he kinda looking angular, bro. Bro, what is that? They made him like look too gay. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. You gotta. I know we don't want like some big old bulky looking like Crimson Chin motherfucker, but like, bro, he looked like a dreidel. Bro, that could cut diamonds.
well, that is a rather serious accusation.
Jesus Christ. Yo, she was not in CBT1. Nah, she was not in CB. I know for certain she was not in CBT1. I'd remember somebody dual wielding cannons like that.
I hope you find the evidence, Detective.
Animations are looking very good too, but then again, this could just be like pre-rendered. Ooh. I like this though. This is like the type, you know what type of storytelling this reminds me of? 2.0 and like Carlotta and Ridacita. That was a fun vibe. I really liked 2.0's kind of like mafia, like kind of like city, like, oh, dark dealing sort of vibe. We just never got that again. Like, the conflict has not really been with other humans. But like that time in 2.0, the conflict really felt like it was all coming from people as opposed to like Thronodians or like Fraxidus and Echoes, right? That was cool. And it looks like this game is going to be mostly the human side, which I'm very interested in because you can do some very cool storytelling. Because you want to know what the crazy thing about people is? People do some irrational things. So yeah, you can have like some wild storytelling just based off of like somebody having a mental breakdown. I bet she's gonna have one. Okay, now we're turning into a combat. All right, I already like the vibe. They kind of did like a bit of like an infiltration into like a bar, all of that. Oh, I see they're taking inspiration from the Batman style of taking care of baddies. Don't kill them. Just physically cripple them enough to the point where they wish they were dead. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, I don't think those are rubber bullets. I think those are real. So maybe he isn't Batman. Yeah, no, they're dead. Nah, they're hella dead. I did not expect... I'm sorry. I did not expect her to just get, like, fucking... gawked like that, bro. Like, bro, she got killed. Yo, is she, like, level 1? Why is she so bad? The animation is bad? I don't think so. I think the animation looks pretty good. The animation seems like a blend to me between ZZZ and Wuthering Waves. In that, it looks slightly photorealistic like Wuwa, but it has some additional like comic flair as well. I think the biggest example of it is the movement over here. That doesn't look real, right? That doesn't look like it looks like in Wuwa. He does, I'm pretty sure he's doing like some like squashing and stretching and shit to make it look like crisp like that, right? And then of course over here, this shit looks like kind of like ZZZ comic booky, right? So to me, I really like this art style. And it gives me like the vibes of like a leveled up, not like I don't know, it kind of reminds me like a little bit of like Dishonored for some reason. 07 is future. Bro, this guy, bro, he just got tied up with like a noose made of like thorns, bro. I think he's got bigger issues. You know what? You know what? There's probably some of you out there that wish you was him. It's like, oh, why couldn't that be me? Hey, put that Yu-Gi-Oh meme up there. She definitely got an interesting look to her. I like and somewhat dislike the eyes, but like sometimes the eyes they I don't know. It's like I'm lukewarm on the eyes. It's like good and bad. And you know what the funniest thing is? I actually like that they're kind of like obviously making the first enemy like a gooner, or like the boss that he's fighting against, right, is like clearly like a gooner boss. So this is already going to get people interested. It's like that one Witcher trailer, right? Where like Geralt, he kind of like walking up on that Bruxa, and then she do be looking fine at the start of the trailer. Then she turned into like that freaky deaky vampire. You watch because she do be looking fine in that trailer. But then you watch because it's badass, and that's kind of what's going on over here. This actually reminds me of that Witcher trailer. The Blood and Wine one? Nah. It was the release one. Yeah, I'll just play like the starting. Yeah, it's called A Night to Remember.
Wolves asleep amidst the trees, bats all a swaying in the breeze.
I'm gonna stop it there because she takes off her clothes, but like you get it. Oh yeah, they know what they're doing here. Bro, she got the... Yo, she like Camille. The League of Legends one, not the AKE one. Okay, I mean, theoretically, he is probably the coolest gacha MC. Like just like tough, right? This guy's like tough. This is 100% tough. Let's see how earned this like arm and transformation are. Right, because like obviously if they just like get this shit for free, it's like kind of lame. But if it like feels deserved, this power, then it's cool. I mean, this is like Winter Soldier. This is like Nero. There's a bunch of references in here. I think the main one he actually reminds me of Nero though from Devil May Cry. The most. Probably because of the hair color, the design, the arm. Yeah, no, this is really giving me Nero DMC vibes.
Detective, are you alright?
Whoa!
Master, Alf is coming to help!
The fuck was that? I remember that little maid. Yeah, the goofy little companion maid. That was actually pretty... That might be the first time I've like laughed. That might be one of the first times I've like actually laughed at like a physical comedy like slapstick thing in a gacha game. Bro, she's fucking flying, bro.
Detective, are you alright?
What the fuck is... Where is she going? Bro, she's gone! What? Are we jumping on their flaming dead bodies? I'm not gonna lie. Can we just talk about, like, how, this is modern art. So, like, the MC took out his devil trigger arm, reversed gravity, so that he incapacitates the enemy. Then, like, his homie came in. Bro, she's still flying. Bro, she's still flying. This is a work of art, bro. Look at her. She's still going. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. This is one of the highest production value fights I think I've ever seen. The vibes are immaculate. This just looks fun. And you want to know what this really captures for me? This is the vibe that I feel like NTE was going for. And this is how it should have worked out. This gives me like those clumsy, like this shit over here. The last minute of this trailer is what NTE should have been. And it's so good. It's perfect. I love it. I actually love it so much. Like, bro, he's fucking Goomba stomping a bunch of flaming dead bodies as his sidekick is using a flamethrower to propel herself like a jetpack through the air. The creativity and the thought process that went into designing this. Where did they even start? Bro, she just throw somebody at him? She just threw one of her burning homies at him. That's cinema. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, I think Gacha might be saved. I think Woo-Wah players, you might have found another game. You might have actually found another game. Because good golly gee. This is all I have to say regarding this. This alone, this trailer alone, is one of the best trailers I've ever seen for a game. Because like I said before, especially considering the CBT1 experience, knowing the lack of the male character was a bit of an issue, knowing that the first trailer seemed like really not as much storytelling and just more like what the fuck is going on, this one is great narratively, right? You could tell that there's a flow for what's going on. You could tell that there's like, oh, okay, they're like infiltrating a place, right? And then they're like trying to take out this woman. But then the fight here, bro, the fight scene, it's just, dude, this is 2 minutes. After here, it's just 2 minutes of literal cinema. Bro, this might be one of like the best scenes I've seen in a game. And I would say this directly competes with, if not being better than Woo-Wah's. Like, can you, like, I don't think I've laughed like this at a Woo-Wah cutscene. I don't think I've enjoyed a Woo-Wah cutscene as much as this fight. That's how good I'm saying the storyboarding and like the experience of watching this is. And after seeing that, bro, I wouldn't even be surprised if the number of views here is legitimately like organic. This is an amazing trailer that sells the game so goddamn well, it's ridiculous. Like, I want to go share this trailer to other people. I want other people to go watch this. I would advertise this trailer by myself to other people. Not, like, even, like, it's just it's just enough to get you legitimately hyped. And it's so good for something like this to come out. So good for something like this to come out when the space has felt really bad when it comes to things like narratives. When it comes to things like stories. There's a reason why I did that big old preamble at the start to talk about the space of gacha. Because, bro, the reality is for a lot of people, they're not really excited about anything. They're just waiting for the next Woo-Wah update or something like that. Because past releases this year haven't panned out. But this one, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I'm sold. I'm legitimately sold. And hopefully, maybe, you are as well. But we'll have to see what their second beta test is looking like. And naturally, with the second beta test, you're closer and closer to release. So, yeah, that'll be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Our Silver Palace React. And I don't even know how this one was 22 minutes. But, yeah, this one was an absolute blast. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.